Namaskar, welcome to PK's classes. Today we will study the life cycle of malarial parasite. So the malarial parasite is a single cell protozoan called Plasmodium, and clinically important species of Plasmodium are Plasmodium Vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium malaria. And Plasmodium Vivax and Plasmodium falciparum are the two most common forms which cause malaria. In India also these two are the most common forms. This Plasmodium Vivax has two hosts. One host is the human being and the other is female Anopheles mosquito. Not all the mosquito, only female Anopheles mosquito. So if you go to the life cycle of malarial parasite consists of sexual life cycle and asexual life cycle. Sexual life cycle takes place in female Anopheles mosquito, which is the definitive host, and asexual life cycle occurs in human beings, which is the intermediate host. Then the asexual life cycle has three stages: pre-erythrocytic stage, exoerythrocytic stage or para-erythrocytic stage, and erythrocytic stage. This exoerythrocytic stage is absent in Plasmodium falciparum and Plasmodium malaria, but in case of Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale, this is present. So in the three stages are mainly in case of Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale, but in case of Plasmodium falciparum and Plasmodium malaria, there are two stages, not three, because exoerythrocytic stage is absent. Now we will see what is these stages are, and when a mosquito actually bites, it releases sporozoites, so these are the sporozoites. When a mosquito bites, it releases sporozoites which enter into our blood circulation, and through the blood circulation it goes to the liver, the hepatocytes, the liver parenchymal cells, and in the liver the sporozoites are converted to cryptozoites, merozoites, and ultimately the cygent is formed, and the cygent, when bursts, it releases these cryptomerozoites. Commonly we shall call them as the merozoites. So the sporozoites divide and develop into multinucleated cygents in the liver parenchymal cells, and these cygents mature within 8 to 21 days to form this mononucleated merozoites. So these merozoites now can attack the red blood cells, RBC or erythrocyte. So that starts the erythrocytic stage. So before that, this is pre-erythrocytic stage in the liver. This is pre-erythrocytic stage. Then when it attacks RBC, it is erythrocytic stage or erythrocytic syzogony, and some of them can re-attack the liver cells and can stay there as hypnozoites. So that is the hypno means the sleeping form. So the sleeping forms of the parasite or the dormant forms called hypnozoites, they remain there inside the liver cells, and maybe after months they will again be converted to cygents and they release the merozoites. So there can be relapse of malaria. So this stage where the merozoites, after being released from the liver, again attacks the liver that is called exoerythrocytic stage. So this is the exoerythrocytic stage. So in the RBC, in the erythrocytic stage, there is first it looks like a ring, so ring stage, then the early trophozoite or growth stage, then the late trophozoite stage, finally it becomes the scion stage, like in case of pre-erythrocytic stage. And the scion then bursts to release further merozoites, and these merozoites are named differently. We'll discuss that. Inside the RBC, some of the merozoites are converted to gametes, the male gamete and the female gamete, which combine to form the zygote, and this part is the asexual the sexual life cycle. This is the sexual life cycle because the gametes are involved, and in the human being, whatever happens, this is asexual life cycle. So the malaria can be tertian malaria or the quartan malaria, and if the fever, when we call it as tertian, when the fever occurs every third day, that is at a gap of 48 hours between two onsets of fever are there, that is called tertian malaria. And if there is a gap of 72 hours, then we call it as quartan malaria. And quartan malaria is caused by Plasmodium malariae, and tertian malaria is caused by Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, and Plasmodium falciparum. The tertian malaria caused by Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale are benign, not serious, whereas tertian malaria caused by Plasmodium falciparum is serious one, can be fatal, so it is called malignant. And why it is fatal? Because the infected RBCs have a special tendency to adhere with healthy RBCs in case of Plasmodium falciparum, and they form clusters called rosettes. So in addition to those stages, there is also presence of a rosette stage if there is Plasmodium falciparum, because we have seen the stages like ring stage, early trophozoite stage, late trophozoite stage, scion stage. But in case of Plasmodium falciparum, one more stage is there, that is the rosette stage, the circular ornament like stage, resembling circular ornament. So these rosettes block capillaries of vital organs like kidney, brain, and affect their vital functions, causing renal failure, encephalopathy. We call, most popularly it is known as the brain malaria, and also the liver is also affected, and the people with falciparum malaria, they also show the symptom of jaundice because of liver affected by the blocked capillaries due to this rosette-like structure in case of Plasmodium falciparum. So now the sporozoites, they enter the liver and they are converted to cryptozoites, and these cryptozoites are released from the liver as cryptozoites or cryptomerozoites. So this is the pre-erythrocytic phase. Then some of them attack the fresh liver cell, and so these cryptomerozoites are the initial merozoites released from the primary scions, and when they attack fresh liver cells and again release, then they are called as the metacryptozoites or metacryptomerozoites. So we can call them as the second or subsequent generation of merozoites. And some of these cryptomerozoites also attack RBC, and then the erythrocytic physiogony, we call it as the primary erythrocytic physiogony. So once these metacryptozoites or metacryptomerozoites are released, and based on the size they can be macro or micro. And the macro metacryptomerozoites attack fresh liver cells. So this is again exoerythrocytic stage, as we have already discussed, that when it attacks fresh liver cells, all the merozoites when released from the liver and again attack fresh liver cells, then it is called exoerythrocytic stage. So primary cryptomerozoites attack fresh liver cells and generate the second or subsequent generation of merozoites. Then that is primary exoerythrocytic physiogony. And then on the basis of their size, the macro metacryptomerozoites attack fresh liver cells and micro attack the RBC. In that case, it is called secondary exoerythrocytic stage. And here the macro metacryptomerozoites form dormant hypnozoites. Why we call them as hypnozoites? Because they are the sleeping forms, they are the dormant forms, and can remain there for several months and reactivated later to scissions to release merozoites and undergo erythrocytic stage. So relapse of malaria occurs, and this occurs in case of Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale. And the micro metacryptomerozoites, the secondary physiogony one, and the primary erythrocytic physiogony caused by cryptomerozoites. So when the RBC is attacked, there will be ring stage, early trophozoite stage, late trophozoite stage, and scission stage. Finally, the scission bursts to release the cryptomerozoites, and again this cycle continues. So here they are released, which are again which can further attack fresh erythrocytes. So this is erythrocytic physiogony, and in case of the Plasmodium falciparum and Plasmodium malaria, all the merozoites release the erythrocytic stage. There is no attack on the fresh liver cell, so there is no exoerythrocytic stage in case of Plasmodium falciparum and Plasmodium malaria. But in case of Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale, there can be, some of them can attack these fresh liver cells and can recycle that, and so that is exoerythrocytic stage. So again have a relook. It can be asexual life cycle and sexual life cycle. As in asexual life cycle, the sporozoites are released, and these sporozoites attack the liver cells, and they release the merozoites, and some of the merozoites can again attack fresh liver cell, and some of them can remain dormant there as hypnozoites. Later on can converted to scissions to burst and release the merozoites, and that is exoerythrocytic. And so this is pre-erythrocytic, then this is exoerythrocytic, and this is blood stage or erythrocytic stage. And in the when the RBC is attacked by these merozoites, there are different stages like ring stage and early trophozoite stage, late trophozoite stage, and finally the scission stage. And in case of Plasmodium falciparum, there is another stage which can make the person fatal, make the disease fatal rather, that is the rosette stage. So the rosette-like structures block the capillaries of vital organs, leading to jaundice, renal failure, and encephalopathy, otherwise known as brain malaria. And some of the merozoites, after attacking the RBC, are converted to the gametocytes, the male and the female gametes, and when the female Anopheles mosquito bites, they can take these gametocytes, and inside their stomach there will be combination of these gametocytes to form the zygote. This zygote is then converted to ookinete, then ookinete is converted to oocyst, and finally this oocyst bursts to release the sporozoites, which again come into the mosquito, which can then means the salivary glands of the mosquito now gets these sporozoites and enter another human host after mosquito's next bite. So this is all about the life cycle of malarial parasite. Thank you.